ex told me I was nothing without him. I wrote those words on a sticky note and stuck it to my computer. I looked at it every day for 2 years. It was the most useful thing he ever gave me. He looked me dead in the eyes across that conference table. The man who spent 4 years telling me I was worthless, sitting there in a VP title, a new suit, like nothing ever happened. And I had 30 slides, 3 years of proof, and absolutely nothing to lose. Let me back up 2 minutes. He said 5 words to me the night I left him. You are nothing without me. Not screaming, not crying, flat, like he was reading off a receipt. I packed a bag, slept on my sister's couch, and the next morning I wrote those exact words on a sticky note and pressed it to my laptop screen, not because I believed it, because I needed to remember his face when I proved him wrong. I filed my LLC before noon that same day. Year 1 was brutal. Cold emails nobody answered. Free Canva templates at midnight. Networking events where I handed out cards and prayed. Year 2, 2 full-time employees. A real office. A whiteboard I filled every single week. Year 3, I went after the biggest client I'd ever chased. 11 retail locations, major regional brand, formal RFP process. I spent 3 weeks on that pitch. My whole team did. Case studies, ROI projections, phased engagement plan. We made the final 5. The meeting was a Thursday, 2 p.m. Glass building downtown. I wore a blue blazer, brought printed decks because projectors fail, had a backup clicker. I was ready. I walked in. 6 people on the other side of the table. CEO, CFO, VP of operations, 2 directors, and him, VP of marketing. He looked up. We locked eyes for half a second. Then he looked down at his folder like I was nobody. I set my laptop on the table and said, "Thank you all for making time. I'll get right into it." My hands were ice cold. Didn't matter. I talked through every slide, answered every question, didn't flinch once. Then, right at the end, he leaned forward. That specific lean. I knew it. The one that meant he was about to correct someone. He said, "Our last agency had 40 people. How does a shop this size execute at scale without compromising quality?" The room shifted. Everyone looked at me. I looked straight at him. "Our model is purpose-built for focused engagement. Your account gets senior attention at every stage. I'll send you our client retention data. I think it answers the bandwidth question better than headcount." I smiled, just barely. He said nothing. 2 days later, the CEO emailed. They were ready to move to contract negotiations. My partner and I just stared at each other. She said, "We actually did it." Then my phone rang. CEO's assistant. Some concerns were raised internally. The evaluation is paused. I asked what concerns. She said she couldn't share that. I hung up, counted to 10, called my attorney. My attorney got into the vendor portal. The status had changed at 11:47 p.m. on a Wednesday. The night after the presentation, someone inside their company reached out to my partner, said our firm got flagged as a risk, that the founder, me, had personal history with one of their VPs, that there were concerns about my emotional stability. Emotional stability. I forwarded it to my attorney without saying a word. The letter she sent was 8 pages. Conflict of interest. Unauthorized status change. Potential defamation. Tortious interference. Their legal team responded in 46 hours. Fast. My attorney said fast means they already knew. Then he made the mistake. He sent an email to the CEO trying to discredit me. He meant to send it to the CEO only. He hit reply all. 17 people got it. The CEO, the CFO, board members, my attorney's contact. He called me someone who historically required significant professional guidance. Said he had personal experience with my inability to perform under pressure. Personal experience. The CEO forwarded it to legal within 50 minutes. My attorney called me. She said, "He just handed us everything." The ethics board findings came on a Friday morning. Improper participation without disclosure. Unauthorized status change. Unsubstantiated defamatory characterizations. The reply all email confirmed it all. His assessment was personal, not professional. He resigned the following Monday. My contact texted 3 sentences. "He's out. Effective immediately." I thought you should know first. I read it, put my phone face down, looked at the sticky note still stuck to my desk lamp. 2 years old, Sharpie faded gray. "You are nothing without me." The CEO reached out the next week. Personal email. Said our pitch was, and I'm not exaggerating, the strongest they received by a significant margin. Said they still wanted to work with us. I looked at my partner. "Pull out the original contract," I said. "We're renegotiating." Full story on the channel linked below.